welcome back. I'm sorry in advance because of this awful lighting because it's really gloomy outside. But today I really wanted to do a book talk on A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury. So I hope you all will enjoy it and let's get started. So first of all, I would like to say that this video will be divided into two sections. One will be the non-spoilery section and one will be the spoilery section. So I will inform you guys when the spoilery section comes, so don't be afraid of that. Let's get into it. So firstly, I would like to show you guys A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is the first book in this trilogy. The third book hasn't yet come out, but this is the first book. It's a lot shorter. I wanted it to be more, but anyhow, so this book is the story of a 19-year-old girl named Feyre. She is a huntress and she is the youngest child of the family. Her family consists of her two other sisters and her father. Her father is a merchant, but he has lost all his money and everything out, so they have nothing to feed on. So it is her responsibility to go on and hunt. So one day she goes on like every day else to go and hunt, and she accidentally hunts a wolf. But that wolf is not an ordinary wolf, that is a fairy. So in this world we see that the world is divided into two sections or two halves, that is the human realm and the fairy realm, and both of them are not allowed to cross each other's territory. Humans have known that the fairies are really bad and that they have tortured the humans, and so Feyre always had a grudge against these fairies. That day when she hunts a wolf, she comes back home and she starts talking with the family, and meanwhile suddenly a beastly creature appears at her door and wants them all to be killed. So the beast offers her a contract of going to the fairy realm and being with him, otherwise he will kill her family. So she has no other options but to go with this fairy guy. She goes to the fairy world and there she finds out that that person that was a beastly creature was not a beast but someone else, a person, and he is the High Lord. So there the story unfolds and we get to see so many amazing characters, so many amazing plot twists, and I love this book. If you have been following me, you guys know that I've been obsessed with this book, and also I've been more obsessed with the next book. So I love this book. I rated it a 5 out of 5 stars. So in this book, our main protagonist Feyre is a huntress, as I have said, so we can see her to be really courageous and inspiring, and at the same time she is loving. She's a daredevil. Oh my god, she's everything I want to be, but she's an amazing character and I love her, and no one can even say that they hate her because she is such an amazing character. So next we go to Tamlin, and he is the beastly creature that had appeared at her door, and he is the High Lord of the Spring Court. So now you see that the fairy realm is divided again into certain sections, and that they are divided into courts, and each court has a High Lord. So Tamlin is the High Lord of the Spring Court, and there are other courts as well, like the Summer Court, Winter Court, Night, Day, and all that jazz. So Tamlin, the High Lord of the Spring Court, comes back with Feyre and he gives her the freedom to roam about anywhere in the kingdom, but she can't go back to her family. So that is the contract that was given to her, and this is an amazing story. Sarah J. Maas has intertwined this character so beautifully, and these feelings that I get from this book is just, oh my god, to die for. And I will say that there are certain scenes in this book that I like very much, but I do not recommend this book to young readers. So the next book in this trilogy is one of the amazing second books I have read, and that is A Court of Mist and Fury. Oh my god, this book is just the best. This book has my heart. This book is just on top of the level. Sarah J. Maas, hats off to you for making this kind of book. This book explores more into the fairy world, and it starts off where the last book had left off. And in this book, in the opening scenes, we can see that that Feyre is devastated by something that she did at the end of the first book, and she is horrified, and she is just a lifeless body. Every night she wakes up, she vomits her guts out, and she is so much depressed, and I just don't want to feel like that. That's what you will think, like I don't want to feel like that. So yeah, this book we get a lot more to explore about the world. The first book did not explain us too much about the fairy world or the human world, but this book, as you can see, it's giant, explores beautifully all the quotes and beautiful places, and also it delves into the Highborn land, which is obviously something you will come across in the first book, but that is really explained very well in this book, I felt. And Rhysand, like, I'm speechless. He's my darling, he's my sweetheart. Oh my god, I am in love with him. I found Tamlin, to be honest, really irritating in this book, but Rhysand was my sweetheart. He is also a character you will get to know in the first book, and you will come to love in this book. Probably you would want to marry him. I know, because I want to marry him as well. So yeah, this book is amazing. I can't say too much about the synopsis of this book because it will be a kind of a spoiler thing, but it is a beautiful book that has laid out a beautiful plot for the next book. This has so much of action, so much of romance, so much of steamy scenes, and so much of emotions. It was like a roller coaster ride for me. Like in the first few pages, I was like too much excited with something that came up. Like page 26 or 27, there was a steamy scene in this book, and I was like, oh my god, I want more of this scene. But it was awesome. And then we don't get a steamy scene until the very end of this book. But apart from all that, this book is all about friendship, all about love. We are introduced to so many more characters that they are so lovable. They are so much more powerful in themselves. They do not need the main character to power them up. They are all powerful by themselves. Like, I wouldn't mind having a book about them without the main characters. And the romance in this book, can we please? The romance in this book is really spoon-worthy. I am in love, and there is not like a love triangle. This is like a straight love, and love. Now that I think about it, I want that kind of romance. One thing that I felt that I should mention in this book is the character development of Feyre. Like, she was, at the beginning of the book even, she was like a little weak and a little succumbed to all the circumstances. But at the end of the book, I saw her to be a kick-ass and a badass, but yet with a feminine touch, as that is something Sarah J. Maas likes to do with her characters. But I really enjoyed her character. Not only she, but all the characters together formed such a beautiful bond among themselves, and they developed as well as the book went on. And I was like, when I finished the last page of the book, I was like, is Feyre that girl that I read in the first book? Like, she is completely transformed. She is like 180 degree about herself. So I felt that the characters in this book were amazing, and the plot twists in this book, like, oh my god, can we just talk about the plot twists? And also I felt that all that I thought was wrong in the first book was proved to be some of the amazing things that happened, and I did not find myself questioning any of the things that happened in the first book. And also all that I thought was right in the first book turned out to be hopeless in this book. Like, I could not see the other side of the coin, like that the situations were brought about like that in this book. You flip the other side of the coin and you see the things from a new perspective. So this book has taught me so many things, like see a situation from a different perspective. So I highly recommend this book to everyone. I'm so much excited. I want to read the next installment right now and I can't hold my excitement. I'm in love with this book. So if you have some kind of complaint about the first book, I know, I'm guaranteeing it that it will be, when I say it will be compensated in this book. I guarantee that. So I rated this book a 5 out of 5 stars. If I could, I would have rated it a 5 million stars, but I could not. So yeah, that is all you get to know. So guys, this will be the non-spoilery section of my video. Now I'll go to the spoilery section of my video. So those who haven't read this book, tata, bye bye, see you later. Read this book and come back and we will have all the time in the world to discuss about this book and rave about them and all that jazz. So bye.